to the version of me reading this, in a life that has become a little too comfortable, and a heart that is vibrating with a power you are terrified to use. I am writing this from the edge of the cliff we never dared to jump from. I am sitting in the raw, electric energy of the version of us that still believed we were destined for something monumental. I don't know what your surroundings look like right now. I don't know if you're sitting in the quiet luxury of a house you bought with your soul, or if you're staring out a window at a sky that looks far too vast for the small life you've chosen to live. I don't know whose approval you are currently trading your destiny for, but I know that feeling in the pit of your stomach, the one that feels like a low-frequency hum, a constant reminder that you are playing a game that is far below your skill level. You aren't suffering from failure. You are suffering from the weight of your own unused potential. I know the exact moment you decided it was safer to be average than to be seen. I see you navigating this modern American landscape, a world that rewards the quiet, the compliant, and the ones who don't make the people around them feel insecure. You've become an expert at dimming your light so you don't blind the people who chose to stay in the dark. You are living in a time where everyone is obsessed with finding themselves, but you are obsessed with hiding. You've built a fortress of busyness and practicality to keep your greatness contained. You aren't afraid of failing. You are terrified of what would happen if you actually succeeded. You are terrified of the responsibility of being the person I knew we were supposed to be. I am so sorry. I am so sorry that you've convinced yourself that staying small is an act of humility. It's not. It's an act of cowardice. I see the way you look at people who are living their truth, the ones who are messy, bold, and unapologetically loud about their purpose, and you feel a sharp, cold sting of resentment. That resentment isn't toward them. It's toward the version of you that you've kept locked in the basement. You think you're being responsible by ignoring your calling, don't you? You think that by settling down and playing it safe, you are protecting your future. But look at your eyes in the mirror. Truly look. That isn't peace. That's a slow-motion surrender. You are dying of a thirst that only your own courage can quench. You have become a spectator in your own existence, watching other people live out the dreams that were originally sent to your address. Please, stop. Stop waiting for a permission slip that is never going to come. Take a breath, a sharp, uncomfortable, wake-up call of a breath. Let it shatter the ceiling you've built over your head. I am not here to comfort you. I am here to provoke you. I am here to remind you that the time you think you have is a lie. You act like you have 1,000 years to finally get ready. You act like the world will wait forever for you to stop being afraid. It won't. Every day you choose to stay safe is a day you are stealing from the people who were meant to be inspired by your light. Do you realize how much power is currently rotting inside of you? That restlessness you feel, that unexplained irritability, that deep-seated feeling that you are meant for more? Those aren't bugs in your system. Those are the alarms going off because your soul is running out of oxygen. But now, it is time to stop being a secret. It is time to be the threat the world needs you to be. I am the version of you that didn't care about fitting in if it meant being forgotten. I am the one who looked at the impossible and felt a thrill, not a chill. And I am telling you right now, from a place of fierce, unyielding, and absolute fire, that the real you is not gone. It is just waiting for you to be brave enough to be too much for people who are doing too little. Wake up, look at the world. It is starving for something real, and you are sitting on a gold mine of authenticity because you're afraid of what the neighbors might think. I didn't survive the lessons of our youth just so you could spend your prime years being polite and unnoticed. I didn't dream of the impossible just so you could spend your life trying to be relatable to people who have no intention of growing. You think you owe the world your normality? You think you owe your family, your friends, or your social circle a version of you that never makes them feel uncomfortable about their own lack of effort. No, the only debt you owe is to the genius that was planted inside of you. You are an American spirit, a legacy of people who didn't wait for the world to be ready, but made the world change to fit them. You are the descendant of the crazy ones, the misfits, and the pioneers who looked at a blank map and said, "Mine." That blood, that fierce, sovereign, and unstoppable power is pounding in your heart right this second, demanding that you stop hiding. It doesn't matter how long you've been blending in. All that matters is that you still have the fire in your lungs. Stand up, square your shoulders. Let the world feel the weight of your untapped potential. Every doubt you have is a lie. Every excuse you make is a cage. The fear is just the indicator that you are standing at the edge of something that matters. The world wants you to stay small. It wants you to stay manageable. It wants you to be a quiet observer of your own greatness. But I am telling you that you are a landslide. It is time to stop being a guest and start being the architect. I need you to find that watch me hunger again. I need you to find the courage to be the only one in the room who believes. Your value isn't something you earn through your compliance. It is your birthright as a creator. You don't wait for the world to give you a safe path. You realize that the safety was always a cage, and the only real security is in your own audacity. You don't wait for the life you want to be offered to you. You build it with your bare hands, and you force the world to acknowledge it. Fight for the version of us that doesn't apologize for being brilliant. Fight for the life that is so big it scares you. Do not let another sunset pass where you act like you are just another person. You are the dream of the version of me that had nothing but hope. and I am not going to let you settle for a shadow of the life we deserve. Go out there today, look at the life you've built, and decide which parts of it are real and which parts are just places to hide. Tear down the walls, speak the truth, take the risk, because the version of you that believed in everything is standing right here holding your hand, and I am never, ever going to let you disappear into the gray. I believe in you. I have always believed in you. Now, go and show them why they should have never, ever doubted us. Now, be seen, your relentless self.